have another collectible piece. This is from Calibre wings. This is a non-transforming vehicle. So if you're familiar with the 1980s animated series from Japan, which is entitled Macross or Robotech, Do You Remember Love? Then you would be familiar with this Valkyrie fighter. So this is a 1:72 scale VF-1J fighter Valkyrie from the Vermillion squad. This is piloted by no other than Rick Hunter or Hikaru Ishijo. So this is the content or the main meat or the box itself. So we have the fighter seated over here, the gun pad, and two Hikaru Ishijo figures. So one would be in a standing position and the other would be in a sitting position in pilot mode. So in whatever display option that you want your figure to be in, for example in flight mode or in standby mode, you have a fighter pilot to go with it. We also have missile pads over here, so those are 4 missile pads, and landing gear accessories. Actually, this box set also is a display case because when you turn the box over like this, that is something of a runway piece for the airplane mode. So aside from that, you'll be also be receiving a packet or an instruction manual. So this instruction manual covers all the aspects of the collectible piece, how you're going to detach or remove accessories from said item. We have the gun pad of the figure. So this is a non-transforming gun pad. So it's just in one configuration. This configuration is just to be fitted under the carriage or undercarriage of the plane. But this is a very weighted piece. It is also die cast. So let's examine the plane, the vehicle. So this is it. This is the 1:72 scale VF-1J in Rick Hunter colors, the red and the white, the star of the show. Okay, so we have the 1:72 scale VF-1J. So from the tip of the cone to the edge of the vertical stabilizers, that is around 7.5 inches. Now to the end of the thrusters, that is 8 inches. So this is about an 8-inch plane. Okay, so let's discuss material. So what are die cast? So from the tip of the cone to the end of the stabilizers where the pen is pointing, that is die cast. The vertical stabilizers are also die cast. The wings are die cast. The only non-die cast materials for this figure or this plane mode would be the shins or the leg and the foot. The landing gear accessories would be plastic. That is plastic. These pieces over here, the cannons for the headpiece, are also plastic, but the rest of this figure, this VF-1J, is all metal. So it's a really weighty figure. So let's discuss features. So the wings, you could fully expand the wings or retract it. The cockpit is also available for a pilot to be seated in. So you could display this VF-1J this way with a pilot in it or a pilot standing below the cockpit. You could also close the canopy. Now, this VF-1J is, as I mentioned earlier, is non-transformable. So the engineers or the toy designers could really concentrate on the little details that make this a beautiful fighter plane. So there's a lot of panel lines. So those panel lines are just not painted on the figure, but they are sculpted in it. So there's also a lot of stickers on this figure. Even on the vertical stabilizers, you could see the SDF-1, the number 101. Just a lot of fine details that would make a very beautiful VF-1J Valkyrie fighter. So you could also see that the head unit of the Batloid mode is also nicely tucked into the undercarriage of the VF-1J. So if you like this video, see you on the next one.